Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. Well, today is Tuesday. It's the 22nd of March already. Where did this month go? And it's like 8:30 in the morning. I know, I'm early. I don't know what happened, but yeah. And this is I have to look, my 116th floss tube. It has been quite the week, and today it is freezing out there. I do have my coffee in my March cup, if you will. Yeah. It was snowy last week. It was just everything. And then we went on our big adventure on Saturday. We were supposed to go on Thursday, and it was snowy and blowy and cold, and it was even cold and snowy blowy when I left on Wednesday night off of work. So Thursday, my daughter and I went to lunch because the kids were in school. And then on Saturday, it was like close to 60, I would say. So we went out and went up to some places that are, not this. It's where the sun hit, so all the snow was basically gone unless you went up even higher. So we walked around there, and then we decided to go down. I know it sounds weird, but go down to where we did our autumn pictures. And there was a lot more snow there because the sun doesn't hit on that side, because it's like the other side of the road, if you will. Oh, yeah. And why is my camera doing that? I swear. I moved away from the window, so I hope that's not bugging you. I'll try not to move real fast. Yeah, we went there, and I got caught in, not caught, but I stepped in a couple places that had snow up over my kneecap, and that's probably a good close to over 2 feet deep. Yeah. So my daughter had to help me get out of that mess, and I did it again, and then I just stood still while she was sawing off there was a downed aspen tree, so she was sawing off a piece for her, she makes walking sticks, so hopefully that'll work. So we'll see how that comes out and everything. And I found a couple pieces that I put on my porch, and I'll point them out, when we start doing videos out on the porch. This ain't the day, because it's like 10 degrees out there, and freezing crackers, and the wind's blowing. So the rest of this week is going to be in the 40s up, and the high and the low 50s. So I'm thrilled sick. And I had to work last night from 2 to 9 because one of the girls is gone, so I'm just filling in. So I'll work 3 nights this week instead of just 2 and have that short day. See? Yeah, so that all got kind of screwed up. I mean, I don't feel screwed up, that's always what they say about, your first little hint you're crazy is you don't feel you're crazy. Okay, whatever works, people. Yeah, so, oh my goodness. Yeah, it was a week to say the least, and hopefully this week on Friday, my grandkids are off all this week from school for spring break. So on Friday, my granddaughter, and I are going to go to Walmart, or she likes to go to the dollar store. It's her birthday. So we're going to take her shopping. She wants to look for dresses. Yeah, she's the dress queen. I swear, at 6, almost 7, yeah. Yeah, that drives my daughter insane. But she has to have her dresses, so she needed a new dress. Maybe 2. And my daughter said I'm still getting her pants, because some other pants, because it's still too cold. And she does wear those thin, I don't know what you call them. they're kind of lycra pants for children, but they're not lycra. You know, they look like that. They got the skinny peg legs, so she can put them on under her dress so she doesn't freeze to death in Colorado weather. So anyway, and then we're going to go out to lunch at McDonald's because she likes to go to McDonald's. And then we're going to come home and have cake and ice cream and call it a day. So, yeah. So that's our big plans for the week. So, I guess where I was kind of going with that is I should have live on Saturday, as far as I know. Will. And I'm going to try to throw in European Town if at all possible. So, yeah. So, you're here for stitching, not my hullabaloo, right? Oh my goodness. I mean, it's just, I can't get it together. I'm so sorry. Why does it do that? See, if I put it over here by the camera over here where the window is, the light is right there. So, I have no idea. I got nothing. But I'll just try to go slow. And it won't do that too much, I hope. So, we had 4 reviews last week. I don't know where they all came from. I have no idea. But we got all that done. And I had 3 starts. And they all came from things that I got in those reviews. And we finished Cinderella. I finished Cinderella, and then I did a video on framing Cinderella, which came out super well. I was just totally thrilled that it worked. I don't know. You know how you avoid something like the plague, and then all of a sudden you do it, and it was like, well, that wasn't too bad. I could just do them all. Well, I mean, I have a few diamond paintings to frame. Some of them are not 30 by 40s, which actually pretty close fit in an 11 by 14 frame. So I'd have to go back through that. But I do have my big, what is it called? I think it's called Dream by Diamond Art Club, and it's the great big tiger with the goldfish around him. And it's poster size, so I would have to find something way bigger to put that in. And then find a wall to put it on. Yeah. I do have another, I mean, this picture is about 1, maybe 2 sizes bigger than poster size. I mean, it's got to be, what is that? 3, maybe 4 feet across and about 4.5 feet tall. And it's of a Diego Rivera print. So it's sitting on the floor in my bedroom because I definitely need something like a heavy-duty thing to hang up with. Yeah, we haven't done that. So I've owned it for probably 2 years now. So I don't know. We're just going to have to rearrange some things, I guess. Anyway, so what did I work on this week? I am going to just pull this sucker right over here. Well, that ain't going to work. So, from Paint Some Way, I have to look. I started this mandala, speaking of diamond paintings. So, as you can see, I pretty much got it halfway done. And it's a full coverage. It is going to be so beautiful when it's done. But see, now it's about at 10 by 10. Because it's a 30 by 30, right? Yeah, it's a 30 by 30. It actually goes this way, but it really doesn't matter. You can put it however. It's symmetrical. So yeah, isn't that beautiful? Just absolutely stunning and shiny. I love it. I'm going to set that right down there because it's a flat spot. Then I worked off and on. This is not going to sit there. We're just going to have to set it back. Sorry. On my Louisa Cullimore, and I didn't grab the picture of it. But I finished all the way to the top here. And now I'm coming back. As you can see, there's just little bits and pieces. This is like the tops of each of them, each of the pages. I think there's 3 pages across, maybe 4. I don't know. Like I said, some of the pages don't have a whole lot on them, so it's not that big of a deal. But I'm going back, and that way, when I get ready to start, say this page, I'll have it already started, because it's kind of the fold line. And no, I still haven't stitched the stupid crown in the middle, I swear. Mental block, but we'll get to it. So I just keep working on it. I pick it up. I put a few in, and I finished, that page, except for the top little tidbits that are going to go in. So, and then I can go on to the next either 3 or 4 across. So I'm about a third of the way through that. It's not as big as the other Bristol that I have, the Hope and Love, Sarah and I think it's Clara and Maud Pickernell, 1881 Bristol Orphanage, from Hands Across the Sea. So I'm just kind of working on it, and I love this fabric. It's so easy to work on. Yeah. And somebody said the other day, and I can't remember who said it, don't stitch on something that makes you miserable. Don't stitch on it because everybody else is stitching on it, and you think you have to stitch on it. Stitch on what makes you happy and what is the easiest thing for you to work on. If you want to up yourself and, do something different, perfect. And if you find you don't like it, don't feel bad about it at all. I happen to like the 28 count. I know that. I went to 32. Hate. Totally. No. Not happening. Beautiful fabric. No, not happening. And I know that I don't want to work on, sorry, my eye itch, on black fabric. So, it's kind of a, I don't want to be so dramatic and say it's a journey, but it's kind of like a process of elimination, if you will. What you like to work on. I like this, and I like 16 count Ada. I do like 14. 14's okay, but I don't know, I find it a little loose. But I do like the 16 count. I wouldn't go any higher, like 18, 24. None of that, no. Because I can't see it. That's just the way it is. So, do what makes you happy. I know. And for some people, like me, that is very hard to decide what makes me happy. I've been like this my whole life. My mother could take me shopping and, well, what is you want? I don't know. I'll know it when I see it. Oh my God, I thought she was going to smack me in the face. Yeah, so, yeah, we trumped all over malls. Yeah. So, I'm just kind of going with what feels good right now. I've been working on the Bristol for, 3 weeks now? So, yeah, it's kind of working now until I get tired of it, and then I want to do something else. So, in between all that, I started this tulip one that I got from PVOBT. I'm just gonna, yikes. Excuse me. This is what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna call it my spring project. Just see how far we can get with it and work on it, and yeah. It hadn't been real springy around here, so except for those few days. So I've been working on it. You can see how much I got done here on the back. But just this little bit. Just that little bit. And I'm trying to incorporate some more of the darker colors so everything will start looking like tulips, if you will. So, yeah. But it's nice and small. I got my little clippy on there, and it's only got 22 colors. It's no big deal, and it's not very big. Take that off for a second. I just had it because it kept flopping, and it's still stiff, so I just rolled it up. But as you can see, what is that? About, I know it's not 20 inches across, but It's not very big. Not very big. Just a little something something. It says it's a 36 by 56. So that makes that about a 30 by 50 actual, because it didn't have much of an edge on it. So we're just working on it little bit by little bit. I roll this up because I didn't crunch it all, and I can't hold this in my hand. So I just get it out of my way and just hold it like that, you know, and stitch. There's more usually, but I just, yeah. So that's my latest little thing, but so I'll keep working on it. It's down in my my buckets underneath where I sit at night normally. Now I have taken to moving my monitor, because I have probably a 25-inch monitor, so I can just flip it this way, and then if I diamond paint, I can watch what's on Netflix, especially if it's in English. If it has subtitles, we're messed up. So, but that way I can watch what I'm doing. I had Grey's Anatomy on just because I know who the people are and I've seen it 100 times. We're getting through this. And the last thing, I know, 4 things. This is so not Laura. Let me pull it out. This also was from Paint Some Way. So I didn't get much of it done, but I just think it's a beautiful picture. Sorry about the sticker. Now the glare. But isn't that beautiful? I know, it's more of an autumny thing with all the sunflowers all bursting and starting to dry. Yeah, it is what it is. So I didn't get any further than right here. So it'll be another one. I may save it for autumn, but I'll put it down here in my basket so I know where it's at. I had a hell of a time trying to find it this morning because I don't know. I worked on it, you know, for the video, and then I set it aside and I couldn't find it. I went through what's out and, you know, I need a basket that says, okay, you have to work an hour on each one of these things. We'll see how that goes. My problem is, if I like it, I won't put it down. It's like the Bristol, you know. So I get nothing else done. And I've been tired yesterday. Case in point. Well, I didn't have to go to work at 10. So I got up about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I was fine till about 10:30, and I just couldn't deal. I'd been sitting there stitching. It had relaxed me so much, I was just comatose. So I laid down at 10:30 and didn't get up till 12:30. And I didn't have to be to work until 2. It's like, what is wrong with me? And then I went to bed by midnight. I don't know. I don't get it. I think it's just kind of fallout from the time change. I wish they'd just leave it alone one way or the other. And let's just go with this, okay? It worked for our ancestors, but come on. I'm kind of done with this. Let's change it in the middle of the year and change it again in the middle of the year. Yeah, it's like, it takes me forever to get onto it all. Because in my brain, I think, well, if I go to bed at midnight, it's only 11 o'clock. Why should I go to bed at midnight? So then, oops, sorry. I had an itch. I stay up until 1 o'clock because in my brain, it's only 12. Well, then I screw myself for the next day, so to speak. It's like, oh my gosh, come on. Let's just get past it. But that, guys, is everything I worked on. Isn't that stupid? It's just, I don't know. I'm kind of changing. I don't know. And I'm trying to pick projects that aren't huge and ginormous, and I don't know. It is what it is. And I only started that diamond painting because it was sitting there and it didn't need to be kitted up. I'm just, because it's one of those mandala things that, so I'll just kind of plug through it and finish it pokily. Maybe by next floss tube I'll have it done. I don't know. I just didn't feel like sorting through anything and getting anything set up after I finished Cinderella. And now that I got it in the frame, I can put all the drills away and I'll have an extra little container so I can start something. Just kidding. No. That's what my brain is saying, but no. So hopefully we'll get organized by April. Maybe. So other than the birthday party and having the live, there'll probably be some reviews in between there, and maybe we can have a couple stitch with me's. On Thursday, I'm going to my daughter's house, and I told my granddaughter that we were going to do a new artsy craftsy thing, which is the pot holders, you know, you weave together, not together, but you put on the loom. They've had them for 110 years. I got one when I was like 5 or 6. It was metal, okay? But we made pot holders until hell froze over. I mean, tell you, it just... And they're the problem is they're only about, what is that, 5 inches? 4 inches? You can barely use them to pick up anything. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, she likes them. So we'll see if we can do anything. And make anything different with them. I don't know that there's instructions. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but if you've never done it, hey, I'd like instructions, because I'm not, okay, let's figure this out. I still have yet to figure out those loom things that you crank. There was like instructions from hell, and I went, no. Because I've got a friend of my daughter's who used to live behind me, whose dogs used to bark, you know, when Molly was out. Well, she gave me one, and you can make hats on one, and socks on another, and then you can make something else on another one. So I have 2 or 3 of those. I'm like, when are we gonna do this? Yeah, no. Between the two of us, I ain't got brain enough to figure it out, you know. And my daughter has been out of commission, shall we say. And her brain's not working really good, so we'll see if, you know, maybe next winter we'll just put it away. It's not gonna rot. It's just there because... And what really got me started on it and thinking about it again, because it's been in there for 2.5 years in my studio thing that is not my studio at all, was Lovecraft Forever got some kind of a knitting machine, we'll call it. And she goes, and next time, or well, not next time, but in another video I'll show you how this works. So far, it's been 2 weeks, almost, I think. Between 1 and 2 weeks, so I don't know what happened. Just saying. But I don't know how it'll work. I don't get it. So, yeah, it's beyond my brain. And I always thought it was, because back in the day, they used to be, like, long and skinny. So I was hoping that somebody else... See, if I'm pretty good, granted, I can go on YouTube, I can look up knitting machines or whatever, and there'll be a tutorial. I don't know. I'm just... No, I'm not ready to do that. I don't have any yarn. I mean, yarn enough to do a decent-sized project, so, yeah. But, okay. I think that's about it. But hopefully I'll have more that I worked on. I don't know. Maybe I can decide, like, on my days off, to do every 2 hours switch projects, so that I can get some more, what do you call it? Different projects incorporated here in this little mix and see how that works. We'll just try it for a week. If it doesn't work, no foul, no loss, no gain. We'll see how it works. So maybe we'll have a new kind of thing. I don't know. It either works or it doesn't. Alright guys, well thank you for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you next time. God bless. Bye-bye. Keep stitching.